Hi, David. Thanks for helping with my project.
Okay.
Could you say a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I'm married. I have two sons, my daughter Jackie and David, and we're here from the valley.
Okay.
And we're pretty excited to on the science about the moon. We hear they're gonna build a new SpaceX here in the island, not in the island, but nearby.
Have you seen it? The SpaceX facility over there on Boca Chica
Boca Chica,
Road.
yes.
Uh,
And that's pretty excited because the life it has to be in motion. We have to keep exploring, and of course, we have to take care about our planet first, and then keep on going on other planets. But first, the moon, of course.
yeah, we had to balance.
Exciting also. NASA already take the to Mars. You know.
Oh, the rover.
The rover, exactly, and that's really good because it's for the future generation. Technology is advanced and advanced, and that's great, you know. But that's one of my points, and like we have to take care more in our on this planet. You know, a lot of plastics, a lot of other things.
The straws, the water bottles,
Exactly.
the petroleum.
Petroleum. That's I think it's all about money involved. Is nothing bad about that, but it has to be a little bit more balanced. You know, that's my viewpoint about it. But I don't see nothing wrong to science go and explore other different satellites or planets. But of course, we have to take care over here first, where we live.
Absolutely. And in fact, whenever Apollo 9 went around the moon, they took that picture of Earth, and it was like a little bitty ball. A lot of people say that helped the environmental movement and made people realize, Earth is kind of fragile. You have to take care of it, and we're all together.
Exactly, and it's very nice. We see the movies and we see all the 1969, and we see why they stopped in so many years. But that's only government knows what's going on. They don't tell us everything.
Well, but they would spend like a year or two building this huge rocket, and they would only use it one time, and so that's like unsustainable.
Exactly.
But like SpaceX is working on building the Starship,
Right.
which they say they could use the same craft like 3 times a day.
Right.
So it's like a completely different economical model.
Exactly. That's which is the advance on the technology, and I know the future generations they're gonna be doing more and more every day. We can see the change in our life since 10 years ago, 20, phones.
Oh, I know, like this iPhone. Like if I went and told somebody in high school back in like 1990, they'd be like, "You're just imagining stuff."
I just told my kids that when we was in middle school, somebody called, "Do I have any message?" We don't even have a.
I know. Can you imagine just having to go to like the wall and actually pick up the phone with the cable? That's completely unimaginable.
Exactly. That's what I said. Technology, it's not just in technology, it's science for medical science as well, they can see other things we don't know.
It's amazing. But have you been able to drive out to the SpaceX facility and see what they're building?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we do. But in 1 or 2 times only because they restrict the area also.
Yeah.
We've been on NASA in Houston, but this only back then, where they have. This is the new, and they say they don't finish it. It's gonna be more.
Oh, I know.
A lot of more improvements.
I know. There's. I've been watching these YouTube channels where they have like the flyovers where they take pictures of their site, and they're showing like how the changes are from week to week, and it's just amazing.
It's great. My son just told me this guy, the one is doing, they try to develop kind of like a city.
Oh, right, the Starship City.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. It's gonna be another Cabo, like Florida,
Yeah.
over here.
But even further, trips to the moon, to Mars. I mean,
It's for history. This is history. We don't see it right now, but this is like, it's going for the future. It's gonna be amazing growth of these areas.
I mean, who would have thought that Brownsville would have been the gateway to the solar system?
No, nobody just thought about that.
Yeah.
A lot of people complain here. They don't wanna that in the beginning, but they see now the difference. It's gonna be a lot of projects for engineering, a lot of jobs.
Right. And a lot of, like some people go like to eco vacations. You have space vacations too. People come here to see the launches and maybe.
That's gonna be amazing for this region, like a big growth. I don't say in the next 6 months, but it's in long term.
I don't know. They're talking about being in orbit in July, actually being able to get the Starship from doing like these 12-kilometer hops to actually going into orbit by July of this year. And then, the Dear Moon project is to send like 10 to 12 people around the moon in 2023. So that might launch from here as well.
21, 2 years more.
2 years more.
It's amazing. It's amazing what. Of course, with this situation, the virus kind of stopped a lot of things. But I think a lot of people is working and it helps us to do more creativity.
Yeah.
But who knows? Hopefully, and I wish to see these things happen pretty soon, because since 1969 it's like so many years we don't even know. It's a big gap. We stop, and of course it's a lot of economic issues, but a lot of wars, a lot of problems around the world.
Of course, the fact that they stopped going to the moon meant that you had like hundreds of thousands of trained engineers who then went into the private sector and actually created things like personal computers, the internet. So I wonder if life actually was better because they did stop to kind of cause those engineers to go work on everyday things.
Yeah, that's amazing how it's gonna be in the next, in 1 year. It's a big growth, like I say, when they go into the moon. Now we have these devices.
I know.
There's a lot of more information we can keep in that what they have when they leave.
I know. I mean, I drove from Houston today, and turn by turn directions, listening to my audio book, talking to my wife in the other car. It's like all from like this little, and then you go someplace you pay. I mean, it's just like amazing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I told my sometimes when we talk with my sons, we use maps to.
Yeah.
Where is that? Oh, over here.
Yeah, I know. I still have a book of them at home.
The key maps and all the big ones, like the route we're gonna go.
And they fold up, and you can never fold them back.
That's funny to see, but now all these improvements on technology.
And it even tells you, road construction or traffic.
Exactly.
And says, you could get there 10 minutes faster if you go this way. I mean, it's just like, whoa.
And I told my son, this technology probably the government have it already 30 years ago, 40 years.
Oh, I wonder. Maybe.
Because the planes, they use the how you call it,
like
the Google Map when we do they put the.
Oh, right, with like the VORs and the radios.
Yeah, it's not like we are in the car driving. They just do on the planes, and it's automatic go to on the routes. So that's what I think. They have this technology before, and they start putting us or giving us to all. But I don't know. It's just my thoughts.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But would you go to space if you could?
I'm sorry.
Would you go to space if you could? If it was
Oh,
safe and affordable?
of course, if it was safer and affordable, it was one of the greatest experiences for I think for anyone.
It
We
could
just
be.
go on plane, but it's no way the same difference to go above the.
But it seems so much. I mean, you're like being pushed back in your seat, and then you're like floating around, and then
But of course, it has to be physical prepared for people. So there's a lot of pressure, we feel it on the plane when it goes.
that's true. But only for like 30 seconds or maybe a minute. You know?
And on some spaceship like that, it's a lot of more speed and the pressure. I mean, it's a lot of other issues, health issues, probably.
It can be. Yeah.
I don't know. It's because I see on the movies the preparation for.
I know. Right now
astronauts.
we're sitting like the healthiest. We're sitting like athletes. You know,
Exactly.
not like on the plane where we just send anybody.
No, anybody, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's,
So.
so hopefully we and as Americans, we can keep going and keep
Oh.
developing.
Under what name?
David.
David?
You ready?
I think so, but another David is cannot.
Okay.
Oh no! I hope I didn't
No,
lose your
no,
spot.
don't worry. It's fine. It's good. It's nice to have this type of conversations.
Yeah, it's been really good connecting with people. You know, we pass people all the time, and we're like all strangers to each other, and
you
we
can
don't have any
different-
good way to connect.
Right.
You know, so
But no, it's like I say, the technology is amazing, growing different time, and every single day I think it's something, little things coming on.
yeah,
And of course, the science has to be right, perfect. Pretty much they, like NASA said, we could double, no error. Everything has to be perfect.
but you know the thing is, in order for like the world to become a better place, we have to have people willing to figure out how to make it better, right? Problem solvers.
Exactly.
People who are trying to discover things and do things differently. But like if you look at our school systems, it feels more like a factory as opposed to generating like people who are actually problem solvers, you know. And
They develop their own minds, not just do this. Like you say,
Exactly.
I agree with you about that. And of course, once people go above the atmosphere or outside, the physics is gonna change. No pressure, no gravity.
right?
It's not the same thing.
More radiation.
Exactly. All those effects we have, that's gonna help a lot in different areas. In not just material, physical, healthy. You know, the blood pressure is different over there than over here. So
Yeah.
it's so many things can be helped.
And who knows what we'll discover on the moon? You know, all these minerals that have been
Oh,
irradiated for so long, and you know,
Energy.
meteors that have
the
impacted.
minerals.
Yeah,
The thing is how to create colonies over there.
it'd be difficult. It'd be we have to create big volumes of space where we can create our own environment.
It's,
You know.
it's amazing.
Oh,
You-
I think it's time.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, David, it's such a pleasure to meet you.
No, no,
I
no.
really appreciate